Welcome back to Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, the segment that defines finding greatness in things that aren't great at all. And I must say that it's been quite a while since I've done one of these, so to initiate the new viewers, this is a segment where I make fun of stupid creepypasta stories every once in a while because I'm a dick. But this video of me being a dick serves an important purpose, one of which being that I got this new mic, so I hope people like that. Maybe it'll finally make me sound like a man. But really, I wanted to talk about something else first, and we're gonna get to the story soon enough. I know that's the point of this video, but I need to explain something first, so we're gonna do that. As you all know, October is quickly approaching, and I thought about what I would do for this year's Halloween special. And, you know, since Fighting Game Month flopped, I knew that I needed to go larger, I needed to go bigger, I needed to upload videos. So October starts now in September and lasts until actual October and Halloween, so that's 2 months of Halloween themed everything. And so of course I felt the urge to start things off with a creepypasta video, as again I haven't done one of these in a while, and if ever there were a time for me to do videos on creepypasta, now would be the time. So today on Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime, I'm gonna tell you the super duper spooky tale of Legend of Zelda 64, and you know it's gonna be great with a bold title like that. Time to read and mock. Let me start at the beginning. Already the author shows promise by knowing to not start the story at the end, so great job. It was a stormy night, and I was with my friend. We hadn't seen each other in a while and wanted to catch up. Ooh, I don't like where this is going. I've read fanfics, so let me see. So we decided to get my N64 console, oh, thank God. And he will get some games from around town. He said he knew a place, which, great, we're back in sketchy land. That doesn't sound like a drug deal at all. I responded with, as long as it's a legal copy, it will do. The author is not at all sounding like a walking anti-piracy campaign, by the way. Anywho, when I saw him, he was carrying 6 shoeboxes full of N64 games. I asked him how many he got, and he responded he bought all the games at the garage sale. Oh, there's a garage sale involved with this too? You could have said that before instead of making me think you were going to get drugs, but whatever, do your own thing. I opened one of the boxes to find that they were all completely black with one circle of duct tape around it, displaying the name. My God, the horror. I opened another box and saw the same thing. Consistency. It's like he was reliving the nightmare over and over again. He asked his friend what this was all about. What's with this tape, man? His friend replied with, the guy said that the original cartridges were damaged. That's right, were damaged. So he made new ones. And the author thought to himself, he must have been pretty handy. Sweet burn, dog. But this mad rhyme-spitting mofo decided to chuck one of the games into the system and grabbed a controller. Its title was The Legend of Zelda 64, knowing that there was no game with that title. He presumed it was Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. He waited till his friend was ready, and he turned it on. Out of context, this story sounds really fucked up. He heard nothing but static and saw some hard-to-make-out pictures of what appeared to be Link, but what would he know? They're hard-to-make-out pictures. The game flashed on pretty normally. Wait, what about the fucking picture thing you brought up a second ago? That's not normal. I guess he decided this next thing would be way more spooky. No Nintendo symbol came on, you guys. He was a little worried about what this game was. Your priorities are terrible, good sir. Could those pictures have meant something? Nope. Nintendo logo's not there, though. Fuck this. It had only one profile space, so he named it Link, like he usually did. He saw an odd opening. It was young Link running from something. An evil-looking face popped up on the screen for half a second. Whoa, wait a minute, seconds. Half a second. Specific. Tom, did you come back for the Halloween special even though I hate that you're a thing? That's great. Everyone get your stopwatches. Anyways, evil face, half a second. He wondered what it meant. They were scared too shitless by then, though. Yes. And who can blame them? If I didn't see Nintendo's logo at the start of a game, I'd probably just slip my wrists right then and there. Suddenly, Link was engulfed by a giant fireball and he screamed. That scream still haunts my memories. The game opened in so why did we bring up the on fire thing again? You went nowhere with that. But the game opened up in some kind of forest with bridges connecting trees. I don't know. I realized that this was probably Kokiri Forest, but it looks so different, and yet it sounds like the exact same place. You son of a bitch. Link was sleeping in his bed when he awoke with a startle. You could hear the screams outside now. We went outside his house as a team, he and him, and the screen went blurry, which I will simulate through the magic of basic editing. And go ahead, soak this all in. But then, Sawyer was impaled by a sword, and hello, plot point, where the fuck did you come from? But yeah, impaled by a sword. We made Link go over to her. Guess what he did, the author says, as if the viewer is supposed to know. We're not the author, but go on, bro. Guess what he did, man. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He pulled the sword out like it was nothing. Are you shocked and scared and appalled yet? Me neither. Happy early Halloween, fuckers. I'm sorry, you guys aren't fuckers. I love you. Blood squirted from her corpse, which, this is a terrible story, so why wouldn't it? He realized this wasn't the regular Link, for when we went to the items menu, the description for the sword said, the blood on it tastes flesh and delicious. Him and his friend were startled by that, and can you blame them? It's so badly worded. But there was still something to do with the corpse. He lured himself to press A and he bent down, and you could hear a gnawing noise, along with blood splattering. Link came back up with his face covered in blood, which we are at about 75% into the story, so it is about time for blood to just be splattered everywhere. Oh, but his friend ran and puked in the sink, just because, I guess. Dramatic effect. If you weren't pulled into the story yet, well, guess what? Now you are. Intrigue. Throwing up. The author foolishly kept going. You fool. He saw Mito holding the shield, and he grabbed it off him. What shield, you may ask? Well, shh. We're in imagination land. He also noticed that there was another option for him. It was decapitate. So he did it, and Link bent down and cut off Mito's head. Which, two things. As far as killing that little bastard is concerned, it's about fucking time. But why must Link do all this bending? I don't think it's required for a lot of these activities. That's just my 2 cents, though. I'm not an author. What do I know? Not only this, though. That's right, folks. Never-ending action with this story. But when you decapitated what's-his-face, you heard evil laughs from Link. Oh no. He left the forest and noticed next area had a bunch of people with black blood-stained robes on. I feel as though the story is about to go into a special direction. They attacked Link and destroyed him, being extremely powerful. It only took them one hit to finish him and poorly write this sentence. The player selected Mito's head. Why did you carry Mito's head with you? What? Sure, why not? Whatever. But he shows the head, and the robed figures bowed to him like he was their god. One of them spoke, introducing them as the Deathbringers, not to be confused with the Death Eaters, because that would be Harry Potter, and no one making a creepypasta would ever want to rip off that, would you? As they introduced themselves, the screen looked as though it was melting. Then it came up with a hit list, a list of Zelda characters to kill. Shock and intrigue constantly is everywhere. There, where, again with the where thing. There were only 2 to start off with. One was, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this wrong, I already know. Kaepora Gaebora, everyone's favorite, and everyone's actual favorite, Malin. That's right, I said it. He chose Kapotra. You changed the name of the guy. Minus 70 points. I don't score these, but I don't like that. What were we doing? But the game froze on him, and it started playing a tune backwards while the screen went all negative colors till he couldn't stand it anymore, and he ripped out the game cartridge and he ran into the kitchen to get his friend who was still vomiting, which kudos for him for not dying by puking for hours straight, or however the flow of time works in stupid Storyland. But the author told his friend that we need to see that man, and his friend agreed while still vomiting, I assume. But what man? You brought up no man in the story. You mentioned a garage sale. I'm starting to see through your lies. They put the game back into the box and they went into his car. They drove there, and then they saw a sign saying, "For sale." The author asked what had happened. He said, whoa, missed a comma, but he said he didn't know and that it was fine yesterday. He asked a neighbor and he said that he moved away suddenly without reason. He looked other games. By the way, I really just coming back to these stories for the typos, but he looked other games and noticed that he must have stayed only to get those games away from him, and when his friend bought them, he automatically left town. And if you had to interact with someone who knows the author, who is more likely than not Tom, wouldn't you want to leave town too? I think so. It was only then he noticed a note on one of the boxes, which fantastic fucking oversight on your part, you assholes. But in quotes, "Thank you for getting rid of these games. Play them at your own risk. They are cursed. Never buy an unofficial game." So I guess it goes to show you that you should always check for the proof that what you're buying is legit. Again, I'd like to bring up my theory on this man being a walking anti-piracy thing for Nintendo, but unfortunately, this great love story couldn't end on such a happy note, because unfortunately, it's too late for him, because being a Zelda fan, that game is haunting his memories. My god, you're such a puss. But that was The Legend of Zelda 64. A shitty story to be certain, though not quite shitty enough to match my taste. So, A for effort, but that's all you're gonna get. I mean, and let's go ahead and get constructive. You had a lot to work with Ocarina of Time, and just picking it over Majora's Mask already makes your story more appealing, as Ben drowned, Majora's Mask, and friends. That shit's been done to death. You could have told a story about how much of a dick Ganondorf is, or how that owl is secretly the devil, or how this kid pulling on this rock is somehow going to cause the end of the world, or some shit. So many roads you could have taken, and you took the shitty, my character's evil for some stupid reason, and the old man sold the game in the garage sale, and then he left town, and now I'm alone with this guy who keeps talking about plushies. Something about murder, and then there was blood, and it got everywhere. And hopefully, you know, we have 2 months to work with here. Hopefully I'll find more fitting challengers, more fitting stories that can live up to what I consider to be the cream of the crop of the not good. So, if you have any suggestions, I'm all open for those suggestions, but don't write the stories yourself. That ruins this whole fucking thing. Anyways, this has been Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I'm Yuriofwind, also known as a spooky ghost, and welcome back to the first end slate of Scary Finger Puppet Spooky Ghost Months Volume 2 Extravagant, whatever the fuck I'm gonna call this 2-month Halloween special. You just watched the first video in that special, which was a Bullshit Creepypasta Storytime on Legend of Zelda 64. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also hope you like the new mic. It is high quality. I'm still kind of fucking around with it. It's really good, though. It picks up a lot of noise, though. So I can't have the air conditioner on with this thing, so it's actually really hot right now, which is bumming me out. But it picks up a shit ton of noises. Quality seems good, though. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I've done a creepypasta thing, so I didn't feel too good going into the video. But I felt like I needed to start off with that because I don't know. That's something I just gotta warm up to, storytelling. Towards the end there, like halfway through, I felt like I was starting to, like, okay, this is a shitty story. I remember how to read these. So, you know, hopefully the other ones will go better. For all I know, you guys really enjoyed this, which I hope you did, but, you know. Anyways, let's get on with this end slate thing. Guys, there are videos at the top of the screen. I'm gonna tell you about them. So I'm gonna get kind of close to the mic here. I have a pop filter too. It's actually a pretty. It looks all professional now. I'll have to actually get on camera sometime with my hair. Actually, this is kind of a spoiler, but if I can get my hair trimmed, because I need a haircut. I plan on getting camera at some point during the next 2 months of this special as an additional spooky video. Guys, look what I look like! I'm a white dude with long hair. Anyways, stop the screen. First video I'm going to recommend is the last video I did on this channel, which is the gaming mysteries on the Poke Gods of Pokemon. A topic I've wanted to discuss for a long time now, and just never did, and then finally did. I liked the video. Other people seem to be positive towards it, so that's great. I liked the way I got to end it, and that's made me want to do more stuff like that. I'm just going to assume you've seen it, and you know what I'm talking about, because doing stuff like that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's that video, and then the other video I'm going to recommend is oh, God. Sorry, fucked that up. Is another part of a video on my gameplay channel, part of the Persona 3 Let's Play, which it's going to be the part that I just recently uploaded where we actually finally accomplished something by beating the boss that makes both Fuka and Mitsuru party members. Mitsuru on the offensive end, which means we're kicking off Junpei. Fuka for the analyzing end of things. So there's that. That's like 50 minutes. That's like all fucking day to upload. And YouTube's uploader has been garbage lately, by the way. So I hope that doesn't fuck up with any of the other uploads I have for this month. But those are the videos. And as for the bottom of the screen, you guys know the rigmarole. I never ask, guys, subscribe! So I'll just say the same thing I always say. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to see more videos from me, you can subscribe. If you don't, then don't. No pressure. If you want to like the video, you liked it or whatever, and you want to like it, and again, that's great. And if you don't want to because you didn't like it, then fine. Again, no pressure. I kind of feel like that's, I only have the text there because I feel like I'm obligated to have it there, but I feel like that's pushed down too many people's throats. I'd like to think that most people can decipher whether or not they like something by themselves. I'm assuming. You guys know what you're doing. But that's been this edition of Slate. I'll see you next time on Slate, which shouldn't be too far from now, actually. Because I plan on doing weekly uploads and not fucking this up like Fighting Game Month. So it'd probably be either next weekend or next Monday. Kind of depends on how it pans out. Because that video might be a little longer. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. Everything is a surprise. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching Slate. 5-minute Slate. Oh, someone's going to yell at me for this one. My job is done. Au revoir.